Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back. So today in Pet Catchers, I'm going to be showing you guys how to AFK the brand new hardcore boss. I know, right? 2 tutorials in a row and almost daily uploads. It's crazy, right? Well, I'm doing it just for you guys. I didn't even know this was really possible until this guy actually told me about it, so shout out to him. But before this video begins, if you guys haven't yet, make sure to like, subscribe. We're almost at 10k subscribers, and when we do, I'm going to do a live stream giving away some pretty decent pets, so I hope to see you all there. But with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so here we are at the brand new HYPERCORE boss. So obviously you're going to need to have this area unlocked, the Hyper Lounge, which I don't know how much it costs, but I believe it's like 25,000 of the brand new currency. And before you even do this, you're gonna have to have Tiny Task. I went over it in my previous video, but again, it is a macro system that records and repeats your movements. I heard it can mess up a little bit, and if it does, then I don't really know to tell you. It works perfectly fine for me. It might just be lag or something, but you're gonna need to have that, as well as obviously having this area unlocked and a pretty decent team if you want to be able to do this efficiently. Alright, so now that I have my Tiny Task open, before we even get into this, you're gonna want to take out your favorite team for token bosses like the HYPERCORE. I suggest having a fair balance between damage and actual coin multiplier. Like I have 3 top hats on my team giving me a decent multiplier while also maintaining a damage that's pretty decent. And before you guys actually enter the boss, I would recommend coming over to the skill tree if you guys can, and I would suggest going down this path right here if you have the points available to get yourself as many boss drops as possible, because by doing so you're maximizing the amount of drops you can get, as well as increasing your crit chance, which should help out. Alright, but now that we've that out of the way, let's head over back to the boss. So again, before you even think about using your Tiny Task, you're going to want to time how long it kills you to take this boss. So I'm just going to make a recording hotkey, but I'm not actually going to record anything. I'm just going to start it and I'm going to press record to see how long it will actually take me to kill this boss. So there it is, it's now recording, and now it's going to start killing the boss, and we're going to see how long it takes us to kill. Of course, there will be some variation because of lag. Not lag, but I mean, you know, damage and crits and all of that. So there will be a little bit of variation here, but you should get a pretty close number, or at least try to find the average. Alright, so the boss took around 24 seconds to kill, which is pretty good, I would say. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it around 10 seconds-ish for variation and stuff like that. Also, I wouldn't recommend doing it on mount because that could mess up the results. But on average, I would kill it at around 30 seconds and maybe up to 40, but you should give yourself some time just in case. So now that I know that I should give myself around 40 seconds, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to prepare to do my recording, and you guys can also use some of these token pots if you guys are looking to get yourself some elixir. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go and I'm going to start my recording, and then I'm going to walk into the boss fight and I'm going to respawn it, then I'm going to start. And now you guys are going to watch what I do. So as soon as the boss fight starts, I'm going to jump and right click on the top of my Roblox client, and I'm going to hold it until we get around to the 40-second mark. Now what this is going to do is it's going to, I don't know why, but for some reason when you do this, you actually do damage to the boss, but the boss actually doesn't do any damage to you because you are obviously floating in place. Alright, so once we hit 45, I'm going to release my right click. You guys are going to need to hold it for this entire thing. Alright, so now that's 45, I'm going to release it, and as you guys can see, the boss is about dead, so it's just finishing up, and there we go, we killed it. And then it's going to take us back to the main lobby here, and then I'm going to click claim, and then after that I'm going to wait a few seconds, and I'm going to click claim a few times, because sometimes, you know, you will not kill the boss at the same time, and you're also going to click a little bit up and a little bit down in case you get more or less rewards. And then after that, I'm going to end my recording. Now that should be basically it. Again, give yourself a little bit of variation so that you guys don't mess it up, because even with the slightest mistakes, you could mess up the entire thing. So I would be very generous when it comes to giving yourself time to defeat the boss. But now that we have that done, it should be working perfectly, so I'm going to switch my keybinds around. But let's go ahead and test it out. So I'm going to press F8, and let's see, it should work perfectly fine. So now it is entering the boss fight, and as you guys can see, it is holding down right click. I don't know if any other macros do this for you. There probably is some out there, but Tiny Task is just the most popular option, so that is the one that I would recommend. But yeah, it's going to go ahead and keep holding right click until around the 45-second mark. There is a little bit of variation you guys can have when you jump, but generally you should do it as soon as the time starts, just to keep it safe. Alright, so there we go. It now is done, and I believe it comes back every time to when the boss is actually dying, so it should be more or less the same every time. And then there you go, you can see it claims the reward, and it's going to give itself a little bit of time just in case something malfunctioned. And now it's clicking up and down in case I got more rewards, because as you guys know, sometimes there's boss events like boss rush. And now it's repeating the entire thing again, but I'm not going to let it repeat again because you guys already know. Don't really want to waste time doing that right now because I am maxed out on tickets. But this this is a great way to farm the new runes because this actually has the highest chance of farming the best rewards in the game, with it being 2% higher every single time than something like the Kraken, as well as giving more gems and stuff like that. So all around, it is the best boss in the game. And not only that, but if you guys actually wanted to, you could probably make the macro a little bit more advanced and actually take it all the way to the pet claw game, and you guys could probably macro doing the 7 bosses and doing like the 7 robot claws, and then going back and doing the whole process again if you're really good at using tiny task. If you want to learn how you guys can actually do that, then you can check out this video where I explain how you guys can AFK the robot claw minigame. But yeah, that's it. It's not really that difficult to do, especially if you know your way around tiny task, but I just wanted to share this information so that hopefully you guys can get the brand new virtual pet as well as all the runes that you guys need. But I'm going to go ahead and end off the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, trying to get to 10k before the end of the month. But with that being said, I'm going to leave it off here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.